Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. Today we have the 2021 two-time Canadian Country Music Award nominee, Nicole Rayy, with us. How are you doing?
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
It's our pleasure.
So, we like to start off the interview with a fun question. Who is Nicole? There we go. We like to just throw it out there.
I mean, how long do we have time for? No.
You can just keep talking. We're cool with that.
Well, obviously, I'm a country singer-songwriter. I currently live in Alliston, Ontario. Been in the music industry for 10 years. I'm celebrating 10 years since I put out my first single this year, which is pretty cool. Other than music, I have a couple other passions. I love fitness. I love working out. I don't always love eating healthy, though, because who doesn't love pizza and beer?
Exactly.
And other than that, I absolutely love those TV show Friends. I pretty much am just quoting that on the daily.
That is so cool. That's so cool. I love that. That's perfect. Oh, and obviously there's a big congratulations for the engagement. The picture was amazing. I was like, yay!
I wish I could show off my ring, but it's being sized right now. Otherwise, I'm going to put that to the camera.
We need to sort of do a picture, a close-up of it, and we can just put it on the front of this.
Perfect. Yeah,
exactly.
So congratulations. We look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on 10 years, your first single being released.
Yes.
I know. Who can believe that? Suddenly I'm feeling old, but no, it's been a wonderful 10 years and a wonderful journey in the music industry. So I'm glad for everything I've kind of learned and gone through along the way.
Perfect. So somebody who's been in the industry for quite a while, what advice would you give somebody who's just starting out? And, this must be a complete minefield of an industry to think, what do we do? How do we progress? What sort of advice would you give?
Absolutely. It's definitely a tricky industry. And I think something that's been important, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to trust your gut. I think in the beginning, when I didn't know what I was doing and I'd be getting advice from other people, and you don't always know who you can trust in this industry at the beginning. And I would steer away from my gut and do kind of what other people wanted me to do or what they thought I should be as an artist. And so I always think the biggest advice, especially for young artists, is stay true to yourself, trust your gut, do what feels right for you as an artist. I think as the audience for music, people relate to things that are more authentic. So if you're trying to be somebody else, it's just not going to come across.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great advice. I love that.
I was going to say that's great advice. I think that's great advice for life too. Everyone should try themselves and follow,
Yep, follow the dreams.
Absolutely.
Awesome. You could be our new advice column person. Nicole Ray's advice column.
Yeah, here Nicole Rayy. Here's my problem.
Perfect. So tell all our Crazy Women Country fans about this, your newest single, Feels Like Yesterday, which is just amazing. The video is just perfect. I love it. So tell us all about this amazing song.
Thank you. Well, yeah, this song is all about the 90s. It's all about the trends and fashion and all the crazy things we had going on in the 1990s. And I was born in the 90s. So, this was a time that I learned a lot about myself and the world growing up. And now that I am turning 30, I was feeling very reflective about my childhood and about that era in life. And so I really wanted to write a song to celebrate that. So this was one that I wrote during quarantine. So I wrote it over Skype with some friends and other artists of mine, David Madras and Matt Teed. You can go check out their music as well. They're amazing. And yeah, they just jumped on board. It was our first write all together. And until recently, I actually had never met them in real life, which is crazy. But they jumped right on board for this idea to kind of celebrate the 90s. And we had so much fun. We just kind of talked for hours about all the things we did in our childhood, you know, the weird things that we wore and the TV shows that we watched. And we sort of crammed all those memories into the song.
It's awesome. And I love the Britney Spears theme video. That is just so cool. And at the start, the tapping of the foot, I'm like, this is so cool. This is just awesome.
AJ Astle, who was my videographer, that was sort of his plan. I really wanted to pay tribute to Britney Spears in the video. Obviously, there's a line in the song that says, "We're still singing Britney." And yeah, that was his idea. He was like, what if we kind of do a shot for shot remake of the Baby One More Time video? And it's such an iconic video. It was so fun to recreate. And I think that's, you know, how people are going to relate to it and why they'll want to watch it is because they just remember watching that Britney video.
That is so cool. And the what was it, the line about Backstreet's Back?
Yes.
The classic line. Of course, I mean, they actually sing that in the song. So it was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's
I gotta say, I was flashing back to the 90s after that. I was like, listen to, I'm like, okay, wait a second. Where did the last 20 years go?
That was very, very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It really doesn't feel like yesterday.
I love it. That's so cool.
So who are some of the women that have inspired you to do music?
Oh my gosh, so many. I mean, I grew up listening to all kinds of music, not just country. I was kind of a fan of everybody. So there was so many artists that truly inspired me, but always the ones that I felt really told their story through their music. You know, honest lyrics always kind of got to me and touched my heart, you know, as a fan and as an artist. So, I mean, who didn't love the Queen, Shania Twain? She was a huge inspiration. She was the first country song I ever sang on a stage was Shania Twain. But I also loved Kelly Clarkson. Her voice is unbelievable. She was always a big inspiration to me. A lot of other pop artists too. Pink, I listened to growing up. She was amazing. I just saw Michelle Branch is celebrating one of her albums, which is like 20 years old now. And I remember listening to that CD in the car on my Walkman over and over again and kind of learning to songwrite from some of those lyrics. So I definitely had a lot of amazing women to look up to.
That's awesome. You're definitely showing your age when you say a Walkman. I mean, come on. The children of the children of the 2000s are like, what is a Walkman? What are you doing?
And then when we used to take that little CD player with a little cassette thing to put in the car, remember you hit a bump and the whole CD would skip?
Oh, yes. I know. How
special tray to put it on so it wobbled with the car, and if it didn't, then it was like, yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. And now you've just got 1,000 songs on a phone. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
They don't know the troubles that we went through with, you know, tapes and
and having to wind them with pencils.
Yeah.
See, we had so much fun trying to get our music.
Go look up what all this is. I mean, they can start with the Feels Like Yesterday music video. That'll show you a bunch of trends that we're talking about. They're going to be Googling after this. What is a Walkman?
What's a cassette? I mean, I've still seen some bands are still selling cassettes, and I'm like, can you even get a cassette player anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you'd have to still have one. I'm not sure they're still making them.
That's so cool. I love that.
Maybe they'll come back around because look, records came back. I'm sorry, but vinyl is making a huge comeback right now.
Yep.
The trends eventually come back around and they're cool again.
Yes. It's so cool. I love that. Oh, perfect. So this is the fun part of the interview. We need like little.
Okay, I'll work on that. I'll make sure I get some like background music on the phone going for this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Contestant. Yeah.
This is where we get to know you as a person rather than you as the artist. So we get to know fun facts about you. We normally say they're quick fire questions, but some need a little bit more thought.
Okay.
But they're fun. They're fun. So this is our 20 question plus one.
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready for this? Are you prepared for this?
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
I love the tip of the hat. That's it. I'm here now.
Primarily, there are no wrong answers.
Okay.
Yes, never wrong answer. Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Oh, night owl for sure. You'll not get me up before 10 a.m.
That is so cool. I love that. If you could be a member of any sitcom family or any TV show, what would you be a member of?
Friends. Oh my gosh. I'm basically Rachel Green. Like her character is very similar to me, but I would love to be part of that cast.
That would be awesome. They are so funny. They were great, I have to say. Okay, if we had a look on your, well, not on your Walkman, but on your phone or computer, what would be your guilty pleasure music? What would be hidden in there?
Oh my gosh. The soundtrack to Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it.
It had really good music in that movie.
It was. I mean, they had the film, which was really, really cool. But they
Right?
also had the cartoon as well, Josie and the Pussycats and all sorts.
They made a great soundtrack for that film. So still listen to that.
I love it. That's the best. Okay, so what's the weirdest, sweetest, or strangest thing a fan has ever done for you?
Ooh. Well, sweet and kind of strange because I wasn't expecting it. One time at a show, a fan gave me like a hand embroidered hat that said, "We love Nicole Rayy."
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That is very cool. I love
Yeah,
that.
very sweet.
That is very sweet. Okay, boots or heels?
Boots.
That's cool. Favorite drink? Yeah, heels suck. Yeah, favorite drink?
Coffee.
What about alcoholic?
Vodka soda.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the ones that come in the cans now, all the like pre-mixed ones. So you don't have to bring all the ingredients to the party yourself.
just pop the can, just sort it.
Yeah, exactly.
Publicity at its best.
Okay, favorite holiday?
Halloween. I don't even know if that counts as a holiday. It's not like you get a day off of work, but that's my favorite thing to celebrate all year round is Halloween.
That's so cool. Okay, favorite animal?
Elephants.
Oh, I love elephants.
They're my spirit animal. They're so cute. I always liked that elephants are like very caring animals. Like they mourn when an elephant dies and like they're very close knit. So I feel like I resonate with an elephant.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Okay, if you could add someone to Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why? And it doesn't have to be political. It can be anybody.
I was like, can I add a music person? Because I'm
No, we
about to
prefer
add
non-
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, politically, yeah, preferably not political.
Johnny Cash is great.
No, I'm ready to add some country music and add Johnny Cash.
Awesome. Yes. We need to liven up that place.
Right? Exactly. Let's see what we good.
That'd be cool. What was your first concert?
Oh, that I ever went to see.
Yeah.
I think at least this is the first that I remember. My mom took me to a concert with her and her friends from work in Toronto. I think I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, and we went to see Janet Jackson.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's an awesome first concert. Yeah.
I did
What a
not
cool first
appreciate
concert.
it then as like my first concert, but then looking back, I'm like, that was pretty cool.
That was very, very cool. I love that.
So, do you have a favorite book or author?
Ooh, I am not a big reader. I hate to admit it. I have not read many books or novels in my lifetime. When I was a kid, I used to love the Harry Potter books, though. Obviously, that was like a huge one. I feel a lot of people of our generation just, those were our go-to reads, and I was obsessed with all the movies and, like went to the premiere of everything. So as far as books go, those were like my favorite series.
That's cool.
Wonderful. So what's the best thing since sliced bread?
Chocolate. That's an improvement on sliced bread.
Definitely.
Totally agree with chocolate. If you could talk to anyone alive or dead, who would it be and what would you want to talk about?
Ooh. I think I would talk to my great grandma. She lived till she was pretty old. She lived till she was 98. But I was still a teenager when she died, and she never really got to see me do my music career. Like, we talked about it when I was younger that, I like to sing. But she didn't get to see any of this happen. So I feel like I'd just, like to hang out and tell her what I've been doing all this time and let her see that I've been living my dream.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's so
Beautiful. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Ooh, I think I would probably work in the fitness and nutrition world. I had originally gone to school for English, and then I dropped out to become a musician, but I went back to school online to study fitness and nutrition. And I just love it. And I love sharing with people that, health is so much more than what we look like on the outside, and it's about how we feel on the inside. So if I were to, pursue something else, I would love to work in that field.
That's cool.
Such a positive influence you are.
Definitely.
Oh, so if you were a Disney character, what character would you be?
Oh my gosh, I would love to be Mulan. She's my favorite just because she's so badass, and she did not need no man. She just went out and fought the war herself. So not that I really particularly want to go to war, but just in terms of how independent and female strong she is, I definitely choose Mulan.
That is awesome. I love that. Yeah, definitely.
Great choice. Do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
I always loved Gold Medal Ribbon from Baskin Robbins, which is vanilla, chocolate, and caramel all rolled into one.
That's 10 stone a mouthful.
Yeah, I know.
But that sounds good.
And next up, we're going to have an ice cream show.
We're definitely going to have an ice cream show. I love that.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite snack?
Favorite snack? I don't know. I'm a very snacky person. I like lots of snacks. Lately, I've been eating Smart Sweets. I don't know if you guys have that. They're from Canada. So they're like little bags of candy, but they have less sugar and they're like healthier for you, but they're so good.
They are.
I love that. Healthy candy. That's what we need.
Right? Yeah. Sugar for the whole bag, but it doesn't taste like it because they're so good.
I need to find some of that candy.
Like in the US here, you can only find them at like health food stores or Amazon. I'm like seriously gonna have to order like a box because I was like, these are so great. Like
they're
Amazon,
and it's a female owned company. It's all made by women. So
even better. See, we need to
promotion here for that candy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, so hypothetically, if I came to you and said I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
Sure. I mean, I'd have your back. I wouldn't ask questions if you were just like, I need to do this. I'd be like, okay.
I love that. That's so cool.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Power. I'm assuming you had a reason for needing to kill this guy.
We wouldn't just do it for no reason at all.
Yeah. You had it coming.
Absolutely. What would be a good theme song for your life?
Ooh, good question. I don't think of an immediate song off the top of my head. I just feel like I wanted to break out into some kind of musical song because that's how I feel about my life. Like I'm that type of person where like I wished there was like a musical soundtrack to my everyday life. I'll have to think of a specific song for you, but it would definitely be like a fun, corny musical song.
I love that. That is so cool.
Oh, well, can you recommend for our audience a band, an album, maybe even just a song, maybe a few songs, whatever they need to listen to before they die?
Oh my goodness, so much. I couldn't even start and stop on all the Canadian female artists that I love and that people definitely need to go check out. But I will single out one person right now, my friend Mackenzie Lee Meyer. She just put out a new song called Dial Tone. It's amazing, but all of her music is amazing, and she's truly, truly talented, has an amazing voice. So if you haven't checked her out yet, go now.
After the interview's over, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay with us first.
Yes, stay here, and after that, go check out the music.
I love that. That's so cool. Okay, the most important question you're ever going to be asked in your career. Okay, are you ready for this?
Okay.
Are you
Yes.
ready for this? Okay. Who is your favorite CWC host?
Oh my gosh. That's my pick. That's unfair. Can I say both of you?
Absolutely.
Yay. Oh, this is amazing. I love what y'all are doing for women. It's so important for, you know, us women to stick together and to give more opportunities for women in music, because there's so many talented people and they aren't recognized, and it's so much harder for females. So we love what you're doing, and you're both awesome.
Oh, thank you. And we love
you.
So tell us, what have you got planned? Oh, actually, before we do that,
Okay.
tell everybody about the amazing concerts you put on. The all-female shows. People need to hear about these as well.
Yes, yeah. So I have a series called All Woman Music, and every month we have a show, and there's an all-female lineup. They were all hosted on Facebook Live for a while, and then I just am lucky right now to have a venue in Oakville, Ontario called the Moonshine Cafe hosting us. Now that, you know, the world has opened back up a little bit, so we're able to host the show live in person, but we're also going to go back to streaming the show online from the venue so that everybody, you know, near or far can watch the show. So the next one is October 18th, I believe, Thursday, October 18th. And you can tune in for another all-female amazing lineup. This one's going to be the all-woman spooktacular too. So we're going to have some fun Halloween costumes and songs, perhaps.
I love it. I love it. So can you tell us who's going to be there, or is it going to be a surprise on the day?
It's still in the works. We got some confirmation from some of the ladies. So until they've given me the go-ahead, I'm going to keep it on the down low.
Okay, perfect. We're so excited about that. But no, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. All female shows, and we need more of them.
Right? We do.
We do, definitely. So apart from your all female amazing shows that you're putting on, what have you got planned for yourself for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm actually working on a Christmas album for the first time. So I'm very, very excited about that, to finally have some Christmas music out. I'm, of course, doing some of the classics. But then I wrote a brand new original country Christmas song called Tailgate Christmas, which is going to be a single that we're going to put out to radio in November. So I'm really excited about that. It's actually a duet with a friend of mine. His name is Graham Scott Fleming. Wonderful voice. If you haven't checked him out, that's another person to go check out after this. But I'm really looking forward to putting out some Christmas music. And then I actually have a couple more songs under my belt that are done and ready and waiting to be shared. So I'm also going to put out a brand new single off the top of the year. So we can expect a brand new song, and I haven't revealed it yet to anyone, but I love you guys. So it's called House of Cards. That's what we can look forward to in the new year.
Perfect. You heard it here first, guys. Yeah. We are first for the news. Look at this.
Yes.
So look forward to the new music in November, and top of the year, here we come for 2022 then.
And the Christmas album, that's going to be awesome. I love Christmas music.
Me too. It's so wonderful. It's such a magical time of year, so I'm excited.
I can play it all year round, but people just sort of look at me as if I'm weird.
So let me ask you a question, because typically when we write Christmas songs, we end up writing them in July. I don't know about everyone, but I seem to write them in July, and I have to like get in the mood, and it's hot, and So when do you usually write your Christmas, like your Christmas song, or when do you think of writing a Christmas song?
Yeah, so we wrote this tune in July, actually. We started talking about doing the Christmas album in May or June, and then sat down to sort of figure out the tunes we wanted in July. And yeah, it's so weird because, it's 30 degrees out and you're like, yeah, the snow is so lovely. But yeah, we kind of got into the Christmas mindset. My producer, he had the jingle bells, and then we were taking some selfies with like the snow filter on so we could pretend that it's Christmas. But yeah, it's so weird to have to kind of think backwards on putting out a Christmas record. So of course you're working on it mid-summer, but now that it's getting cold, I'm very excited.
So cool. I must admit though, I think we've just had emails. I think Kelly Clarkson might have a Christmas album come out, and Martina McBride. I'm like, it's still hot here. I'm thinking, you can't be talking about Christmas yet.
I know. I'm pretty sure Kelly Clarkson just dropped hers as well, and I'm like, already? Like, it's not even yet.
You've got ages.
We missed like even October. Can we wait till after October for that?
Right, because I love Halloween so much. I don't touch Christmas till after Halloween is done.
I think we need some more Halloween songs.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be a good call. We'll have to work on
that.
that.
Would be great. Some Christmas Halloween songs. I think we could do that. Well, you two could do that. I'll just sit back and listen. I didn't write. That'd be cool. It could be a spooky country. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm in.
There you go. Well, this has been so much fun. I've had a blast.
Yes.
Absolutely had a blast. So yeah, this has been great. Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you again for joining us, and you are welcome back anytime.
Definitely.
Thank you. Absolutely. I'd love to come back again.
Awesome.
And thank you all for joining us for another episode of Crazy Women Country. Have a wonderful day.
Let's get it.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.